Hello, everyone. I wanted to do this video today because this is about a case that really needs some traction. For those of you who watched Justin on Clutch Them Pearls, he did have it on last night, but I thought, I think we have some different people sometimes, so I wanted to get this out there, try and get some traction for this missing young girl. We are talking about Stefani Damron. Um, Stefani went missing. Actually, we're just going to go ahead and read the information because I just pulled up a bunch of things to try to share everything with you. So we're going to learn together. So let's make sure everything is good there. All right. So, police share update nearly 2 months after teen left home, walked into the woods, and vanished. Stephanie Damron was last seen walking out of her house and into the woods located on the West Road in New Sweden on September 23rd, and this is in Maine. This is her. Um, Police in Maine have shared an update and released new photos nearly 2 months after a local teenager went missing. Stephanie Damron, then 13, was reported missing on Tuesday, September 24th. So it's just been 2 months, guys. October, November. Yeah, 2 months. We're heading into the third month. One day after she was last seen walking out of her house and into the woods located on the West Road in New Sweden, according to Maine State Police. The teen's parents, Christopher and Lisa Marie Damron, said in a previous statement that their daughter got into an argument with her sister and then walked off and into the woods. New police are releasing additional photographs of Stephanie as they continue their extensive investigative efforts. These photos appear to show a younger Stephanie. The most recent photo we have is the one we posted previously with the flower in her hair from summer of 2024, they wrote. So that would be this one right here. Investigators have conducted many interviews and followed up on leads in Maine, nationally, and in Canada, police said in their latest news release. The Maine Warden Service and Maine State Police Canine Unit have searched large parcels of land near Stephanie's last known location. Authorities have described Stephanie as 5 foot and 130 pounds, with green eyes and shoulder-length brown hair. They also said she was last seen wearing blue jeans, a long-sleeve blue shirt, and black Harley-Davidson hiking boots. Stephanie's parents said in their statement that they were not home when their daughter disappeared. We live a half-mile back in the woods, and our kids are very comfortable in their surroundings, so there was nothing to raise flags the first few hours, they explained. Jerry Harms, Stephanie's great aunt, told the Brooklyn Squad podcast that the girl and her parents moved from Texas to New Sweden in 2020, as previously reported. Harms claimed that Stephanie had previously tried to run away a number of times, but was always found by relatives in the woods. A citizens group has helped search the woods in New Sweden in wake of Stephanie's disappearance. We're not going to stop until we find her, Whitney Nichols, who's also part of a Facebook group called Help Find Stephanie Damron. Please keep your eyes open and sharing, Stephanie's mom wrote on Facebook on Sunday, November 3rd. Help us bring our baby girl home safe and sound. So that was another picture of her, okay? Now, from everything that I'm understanding, the family lives off the grid. What does that mean? Well, from what I'm understanding, which is kind of become, I think, a trend lately. People go, they may purchase land, they build their own home on that land. they have no running water, no electricity. They grow their own food. You know, they live off the grid. From my understanding, the children were homeschooled until they were of age to take their GED through the Job Corps. Trying to think about what else I've heard. Well, we're going to listen. The FBI has now put out a reward, so let's go ahead and listen to that. Then we're going to listen to a video where her dad is talking. Just to kind of give you guys some of an idea of what's going on in this case. Okay.
Bring attention to the disappearance of 14-year-old Stefani.
Oops, I'll start it over. Sorry.
Maine State Police called this press conference in conjunction with the Federal Bureau of Investigation to help bring attention to the disappearance of 14-year-old Stefani Dameron. Stefani was last seen on September 23rd, leaving her home in New Sweden on foot and walking into the woods behind her home. Stefani's family is very concerned for her safety, as are we. And to our knowledge, Stefani does not have current access to electronic devices and has limited access to social media. We are looking for help from the public in order to maintain a vigilance for Stefani and to report any tips or leads that might be helpful to our investigation. Stefani is a white female, approximately 5 feet tall, 130 pounds, with shoulder-length brown hair, green eyes, as last reported wearing blue jeans, long-sleeve blue shirt with black Harley-Davidson hiking boots. So this behavior has not been uncommon for Stefani, which is why I think the family waited a little bit of time, gave her a little bit of time before calling the police immediately. And so, but in this case, for obvious reasons, since she hasn't turned up, we slowly ratcheted up all the investigative resources that are present, in that area today for this reason. The Maine State Police called this press conference.
So we know that they were out there searching. They even used dogs in the woods, so they have been doing their due diligence, and that's why the FBI, they don't usually get involved in this kind of case, but they did, because they, something is not adding up here, right? So there's a $15,000 reward for any information leading to them finding Stefani, okay? Let's see. Okay, we're going to do one more. Okay. Awesome.
Teenager.
Sorry, guys.
So, P Nation, this is where you can help, all right? Tonight, we need you to help us find a missing Maine teenager. On September 24th, 2024, Stefani Dameron, now 14, disappeared from a home in New Sweden, Maine. She's not been seen or heard from since. We're now joined by her dad, Dale Dameron. Dale, can you tell us what happened to your daughter?
We really honestly don't know. We were at a job interview that day. We got a couple phone calls, couple messages, where we live at and the way we live. The first few hours, there was no reason to raise a red flag. So we got the phone calls that she took off up the road, and
that's the most
we figured by the
recent
time
one.
we get home, she'd be back, and that would be the end of it. She'd be home. But a day later, we ended up calling the state police, and we still don't know what happened to her. We just want her home.
Do you think this is a case where she could have met a stranger on her phone?
I do. But the situation with the phone is it was not her phone. It was her grandfather's phone. We had bought an old simple phone. We didn't even know it could connect to the internet. We tried several times to connect to the internet. We could never do it. But come to find out, this cheap $20 flip phone was the how she ended up connecting to the internet, and that's what it led to this, is she found a way to get on one of these dating websites or something like that we didn't know about, because we just assumed that phone wasn't capable of it, because our kids are raised, no social media. We live off grid. We keep to ourselves. We don't bother people. But we honestly do think that she did meet somebody online and probably pick her up at this point.
If she's out there watching, what message do you have for Stefani?
Just come home. No judgment. Just come home.
Now, let's take another good look at Stefani Damron. She's 14 years old, 5 feet tall, 130 pounds, with green eyes and shoulder-length brown hair. She was last seen wearing a long-sleeve blue shirt with blue jeans and black Harley-Davidson hiking boots. If you've seen Stefani or have any information about her disappearance, please call the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800-THE-LOST. That's 1-800-843-5678. Investigators believe Stefani is no longer in the area, and at this point could now be anywhere in the country. So please, OP Nation, if you know anything, you need to do, make that call.
Oh, look at this! It's working! It's working!
Okay. So now you saw the father, and evidently there's some kind of message or information that they found, that she was on a dating site and met up with somebody, possibly met up with somebody. So many correlations between this, the Bastion Rogers, and the Summerwell case. All 3 kids vanished without a trace. Just gone. Guys, how does that happen? How does that happen? I know there are 3 different cases, but there's some correlations. Did you hear what that father said? No judgment. What did we hear in the Sebastian Rogers case? No malice. You're not in trouble. Right? That's what we heard. Just scares me. I wanted to kind of show you, so I'll share again. This is Stefani's mom, Lisa Marie Damron. Okay. There's some pictures. I'm not going to show the pictures of the siblings. Okay. So you can see she is posting a lot about her daughter. The last one was December 1st. Okay. So she's posting for her daughter. She's asking everybody to keep their eyes open. This is that video where the father was on. Okay. So it's that one. And then, of course, the missing persons flyer and who to call. So you can see that she has been faithful, in posting about her daughter. Okay. Now, I don't know the details, and maybe some of you do. If you do, please send me the links. I'd love to know. I don't know the details of, like, if the sister, I think they said it was her older sister, how old she was. I don't know how many other siblings she has. Even though I've seen pictures, it's kind of hard to tell how many total children there are. But the most important thing is that she's gone. She could be anywhere, right? So keep your eyes out. Share her post, her flyer. Get that out there, guys. Get her face out there. I remember the most recent one is the one with the orange flower in her hair. You know, we're always going to cover missing persons cases. You know, we've got Emma Baum, who hasn't been found yet, 9 months pregnant, right? From Gary, Indiana. We've got Suzanne Simpson from Almost Park, Texas. Still has not been found yet. You know, there's Summer Wells, still not found. You know, their parents need them home, right? Suzanne's family, her children, need her home. You know, if they've been unalived, which is what everyone thinks in the case of Suzanne, even her family believe that, they still need her remains to be brought home for peace. I will never say that they'll have closure, because I don't think in these kinds of cases you can ever have closure, right? So I just wanted to bring awareness to this, guys. We'll stay tuned. If you hear something before I do, please email me. Let me just put my email address up on the screen. It's also at the end of the video as well. But there it is. It's just simply grannyscrimebusters@gmail.com. You know, feel free to email me, guys, because I want to know about these cases. I feel that sometimes I go to bed and I swear I wake up the next morning and there's all kinds of stuff going on. It's like, what happened? You know, especially in the Sebastian Rogers case, it's like there's something every day, which there was today. Again, every day. But that's a good thing, guys. That's a good thing. So I just need your help. My crime busters, I need your help. Okay? My crime busting family. So we are going to go ahead and look at my grannyism for this video. Okay? Even in the midst of pain, there is hope. Even in the midst of darkness, there is light. And even in the midst of absence, there is love. Okay? And, you know, I thought about this quote when I was thinking about yet another missing child, right? And, you know, we can think about this as far as Sebastian, Summer, Suzanne, Emma, and now Stefani, right? Even in the midst of pain, there is hope. Even in the midst of darkness, there is light. And even in the midst of absence, there is love. And I just had a thought, guys. Remember the flashlight video that some people like and some people don't? I get it, but even in the darkness, there is light. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you so much. We will see you tonight about 6:05. Thank you for watching another episode of Granny's Crime Busters. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe and like and even share the content. You can follow us on any of our other social media platforms at YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We really appreciate you guys, and you can also email us at grannyscrimebusters@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.